Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. So, we have a big announcement today and there's some things that I want to go over. By we, I mean I am changing the channel name. It's a big decision, it's a big effort, rebranding sucks, but it is what it is. So, I initially formed this channel with my brother, Colton. We had done a lot of videos, we'd done a lot of things together. We started this really right around the COVID time frame, and we had a lot of time. He was out of work, I work remote, so there was a lot of opportunity to go out, get footage, do fun stuff, things of that nature. Throughout the first year of the channel, the COVID restrictions started getting lifted, things like that, and we got a lot busier in life. I saw a lot less of Colton because he had to go back to work. He's not working remote. He has a lot of obligations outside of this, and so he kind of fell off, admittedly, because he is busy, right? He's got a job, a life, things that he is required to do. And so initially, you can see we started out as the Anderson Bros Outdoors. I have the hat and the shirt on still because, you know, the new merch hasn't showed up yet, which it's coming, by the way. I'm still working on the logo and things like that. But anyway, fast forward throughout the last, 4 or 5 years, and we've seen a lot less of Colton to the point where we haven't seen him at all. So it just made sense to change the channel to something new. It's not the Anderson Brothers anymore because it's only me. And so I changed the channel name from the Anderson Bros Outdoors to Jake's Adventure Garage. The reason I did that is because we're focused really, by we I mean me, I'm focused really on a lot of RC crawling. That's kind of my favorite thing to do. We do the speed runs as well. As you can see here, we have the two axial Unimogs, the 4x4 and the 6x6, and then under it we have a speed car. So I do like to do the speed run stuff and some dirt racing, carpet racing, things like that, but my primary joy comes from RC crawling. Not only that, but I'm also working on getting into a full-size or another full-size outside of the project that I have that everyone's seen right there, to do more overlanding and off-roading content within the Midwest and other areas. I would love to do trails from the East Coast to the West Coast and, vlog them, if you will. In order to eliminate any confusion and focus on moving forward, the easiest thing to do was to change the channel name and change the channel brand. So we're no longer the Anderson Bros Outdoors, it's now Jake's Adventure Garage, and we're going to go on some adventures. I appreciate everyone who has supported the channel to date and continues to support the channel. That's why that's why historically I've done the giveaway. YouTube is a business for most people, right? It's a way to generate income. For me, it's a hobby, and so it's not necessarily a source of income. I want the channel to pay for itself, obviously. We're not quite there, but we're getting closer every day. Thanks to all of the support from the community, and I'm trying to give back to the community for that support. So we do giveaways. I try and do giveaways once a quarter. I know before it was based off of subscriber count. That's kind of slowed though, so I'm not sure if that's just my channel or social media as a whole. I know a lot of people watch the content, but most people are watching from like a TV or something, and so subscribing or liking or commenting on the video is a lot more challenging that way. And it is what it is. I have changed the channel name from the Anderson Bros Outdoors to Jake's Adventure Garage. We're going to do a lot more of the same content that we have been doing under that name, and remove the Anderson Bros Outdoors logo and then everything associated with it. So we've updated YouTube. I've also updated TikTok. I made a new TikTok, and then I made a new Facebook page, and I'll probably skip Instagram and Twitter because those are not necessarily my favorite things. For a one-man show like myself, doing social media on all those platforms without paying an arm and a leg for something to manage them all in one location is very hard to do. I do all of the recording, I do all of the editing, I do all of the posting, I do everything, and it can get very overwhelming very quickly. So if you want to be a YouTuber, if you want to be a social media star, whatever, you either need an assistant or 10, or you better have a lot of free time, and you better get very good at these tools very quickly, because it will consume your life at a very rapid pace. Trust me. I've been there. So all of the other social media influencers, YouTubers, vloggers, whatever out there are very good at time management, very good at what they're doing, or they have assistants. So I don't think that you're just going to jump in head first into any type of social media, including YouTube, and be successful, because it's a very hard thing to do. With that being said, there is some additional content that I would like to bring out in the future. I know that we were doing the motor and ESC testing there for a while. I will circle back to that hopefully in the next few months and add bigger motors, so like the speed run motors and 5th and 8th scale motors in the testing, to really see the efficiency range of not only the motor but the ESC, and then also the batteries. I know that there's a lot of battery testing. I know that there's a lot of information out there, and it's not necessarily good or bad. It's just kind of does it provide any value? What's it based off of? Do we have any statistics or metrics to showcase that a battery type 1 is better than battery type 2, right? Or ESC 1 is better than ESC 2, or let's see what the limitations of this ESC is, right? I take an XLX2 versus a Cobra 5. Let's see how much amperage the XLX2 can take versus the Cobra 5, and how hot they get at whatever pace. And so those are things that I'm planning on doing in the future, like I've done in the past. Really, the only thing that's going to change, like I said, is the branding. Everything else will pretty much remain the same. Outside of once we get the Skyline sold, we will be buying a off-road / overland / trail truck. I really kind of want an 80 series Land Cruiser. I think that would be sweet. There's a couple for sale locally that I'd love to jump on, but the Skyline has to sell first. So there's the big news. Changing the channel. The channel isn't going anywhere. We're not going to change any of the content. We're still going to do Wheelin' Wednesdays. I'm still going to do What's Jake Doing on Friday, and then I'm still going to do Speed Sundays when we can. The weather has not been the greatest. Before I close out the video, I do want to say huge thanks to all of the subscribers, everyone that's watched the videos, everyone that's part of the TABO channel. Your support helps me keep going. The more support I get, the more videos that I want to do and provide to the community. With that being said, I do think that in a very near future build, we're going to do 2 builds, and they're both going to be rock pirates. One of the other things that I would really like to do is, there's a couple of other YouTube channels out there that I've already started communicating with. I would like to do some collaboration with them. We're kind of ironing out the details as of right now, but be on the lookout for that, because I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Thanks to everyone for the support. We're going to keep on keeping on. The new name is Jake's Adventure Garage. I don't know if I like Jag. I guess we'll see what happens. So until the next video, thanks for tuning in. Huge shout out to the Jake's Adventure Garage club members. I have to change that, by the way. And as always, we hope you have a great day.